What is up? It's your boy the Canologist. I think we're live now. Yes, we are. Okay, so we're back. We're going to be doing that auto clicker portion. I created the sleep timer. Just got to make sure that the screen isn't frozen. Okay, use the timer feature for the intervals. And I guess we could do a quick recap of what we did in the last stream. Basically, and I know you guys have been like, yo, this guy's beard's growing out. The beard actually makes me wiser. The beard actually makes me wiser. Like the more the longer the beard you see on me, the more I spent time thinking, basically. Let's just put it that way. Well, right now we're at Ectofunis. So if we go here, we're at Port Phasmanius. And then last time, yeah, we were at Spider Caves. This time we're at Port Phasmanius, the yew trees. They got 3 yews here. So basically I don't have to share it with anyone. So that way it's like a secluded area just to cut yews non-stop, and I don't have any competition. So it's actually going to get EXP at a faster rate than I would with mining. At this spell, let me show my screen. This spell increases my woodcutting by 3 levels. Right now I'm at 64 woodcutting. And when I use the special on this axe, it increases my shit by like 3 levels. So that's like really efficient EXP. I know you guys are wondering. It's like, yo, it's just before 10 a.m. here in Toronto, but at the same time, it's like, okay, gotta make sure all this stuff is ready to go. So we'll do a quick high-level recap of the items that we completed. And let me bring up my screen. I want to share the portions of this. So essentially, like, we've gotten this stuff done. Start, stop button. Got the interval completed. Then we got the mouse click completed. So now we have to weave together. This is the next phase. Phase 2, weave together. And then once we can get all this working together, then we could put together the GUI. So let me erase this. This is going to be called the weaving phase. Now the next thing is to weave it. So we have everything together and now we're going to weave it. So we have to dive into the code a bit more, which is what we're going to do. And everyone's asking like what would happen if I ran out of AFK methods, and like that really won't happen for like thousands of hours. So on average, it would take about 350 hours to get a 99 in RuneScape. So if I do 350 hours, and that's the most efficient way possible. If I do what I'm doing now with this wood cutting, so like for example, if I show this, right? This would take approximately 350 if I was doing it the most efficient way possible. So we're looking at 350 to 600 hours per skill. And there's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24 times 600. So let's just look at the potential. 24 times 600. That's 14,000 hours just on skills for AFK. And most of that comes from the later levels. So you guys don't have to worry about if I run out of methods. Like 14,000 hours in is like a long time. What's a year in minutes? That's 8,776 hours. And that is 14,000. So that's 1.6 years, almost 2 years worth of content just on AFK. So like, you guys could chill with that. Like, you're gonna run out of content and all that shit. There's no running out of AFK, bro. And like, that's just on one account. And then on top of that, that's not counting PKing. That's not counting mini games. That's not counting like all the other quests. This is just training skills alone. So like, you guys don't have to worry about that. So next thing we're gonna go do is come back to the code a little bit. I want to take a look at the code, because that's definitely an important aspect of weaving things together. So right now, let's try to run the program. Let's see exactly what we want to expect. So go, run main, go. So right now, when I hit enter, this should simulate a mouse click. When I hit a random key, it should, what's called? It should, let's see, terminate the script. Oh, unrelated key pressed. Okay, so that also keeps it going. So that just lets it log. And then what happens if I want to terminate? I have to hit capital P, stop key pressed. So this is our current item. And this is us manually clicking the button. So now we have to weave in this automation. So time sleep 10 seconds. So there's got to be some sort of for loop. So let me map this out. How do I want to get this to run while I do this? We're pretty much going to struggle on live until we figure it out. So what do I want to do? I'm just going to map out every little step of the process. And we've already agreed that we're going to use time sleep instead of the other option. So the next thing is, let me write out what I want to do. So currently, let's write out the behaviors I want to write. So current script behavior. So if I run the program, I want to offload as much off of my mentality as I can. So like, I want to free up space in my mind to do other things. So right now I'm going to write down everything I would think about. So that way it's all on the page and I don't have to think about it. So like, let's go run program. One second, I'm just waiting for this guy to finish cutting trees so I can share what's going on here. And then 2, keyboard listener activates. Okay, let's drop all these logs. Keyboard listener activates, and then listens for, so let's put so enter key triggers simulated click. For other keys do nothing but log. Other keys do nothing. Logs the key.string. And then 5 stop key, so P stops. Stops the listener. So now we have to map to what do I want this to do. So let's look at what I want it to do right now. So I'm going to, one second, let's activate the level up. Let's share the screen. So what do I want the code to do? So that's the main question. So run the program, keyboard listener activates, a bunch of stuff happens in here. So now when I run the program, what I want to do is I need something to trigger. So we already have the behavior for enter click triggers a key. Should trigger a click every, let's say, 5 seconds. Because right now we just took parts of everything that worked and we just stuck it on the screen. And then P should stop the script. So same behavior, so we already have P. So there's P should stop the script entirely. Or well, let's just do stop the script for now. So now we're moving towards the functionality of the auto clicker. Start, stop, but one keeps going on its own. Right now I have to press enter every time I want to log. So I want to do this automatically. So we're going to probably need some sort of a loop. So we're going to figure this part out now. And yeah, let's figure that out. So now we have to convert this. So what I like to do is I could close this part, and I could split screen to the right. So now I have two sets of the same code, and then I just want to change whatever's on one side. So okay, I just want to start stop in this script for now. We're at 65 wood cutting. So this is going to be our main function. Let's write this to the homies on here. So now we got to actually create the script again. So based on the behavior that we talked about on screen, we need to now take these parts and then make them do stuff. So in the way we want. So we have to arrange these pieces. So right now everything here is doing what we expect it to do, but now we have to arrange it with logic. So this is going to have some sort of for loop or a loop to keep this going. So when I hit enter, so I'm going to say func main is already active. And shout out to whoever's, to my one viewer. Mad respects. It's like super laggy right now because I'm doing like all this on a Mac from like 2020. See, this is the conundrum of it. Like a Mac is the best tool for coding. Whereas like you can see how I could just go back for it with the iPad, but for streaming it's like terrible. So it's like you kind of have to make a trade-off as to like what you want to sacrifice. I would rather have better code and a shittier stream, so everyone gets the value they need out of it. Funky keys stop below. What's the function signature? Funky keys. Need a bit more real estate for the code. So now we have this piece of code that says if enter. Let's experiment. I want to try 2 listeners. Technically, like, this program should just keep going until I hit something else. It should only recognize the key I'm pressing that should kill script. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is do the same logic. So I'm going to go if we could even go key codes. Right now it's enter, but I can go S for string start, capital S. So let me move this to the side. I want to go capital S. That's going to trigger a start event. So we go FMT print triggers the auto click. Now it's going to go into a for loop of this is going to keep clicking. So now I'm going to add all this to here. So right now we have this logic separately. Key listener, enter, 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 right? But we're going to have a for loop this time to break out of this loop to stop it from doing this. That way we can reactivate it again if we want to start the loop again. So yeah, we can go otherwise. And I could put a kill switch outside in case as well. But yeah, I just want to make sure that we don't go into an infinite loop as well. So now we're going to take this time sleep and put our kill switch in. So if break. Okay, perfect. And then infinite for loop in Golang, I believe, is just, one sec, let me close Discord. I'm closing all the unnecessary items so I can keep doing what I do. So hitting S triggers the auto click. So that's our log. So now we're going to go into a loop where it keeps clicking forever. For. And I believe this is the setup for a for. So let's go infinite for loop in Golang. See, it's just for. There's no actual conditions for start, stop, and incrementation, like incrementing, because like you don't need it. You don't really need this. Let's go back, and then we're gonna go. Let's create a trigger here. So if key.string. And then, like right now, S would be stop. Let's say T for terminate. T. This will break. So I want to trigger. We'll terminate the loop, not the script, the loop. Let's see. Fucking evil Bob, bro. What the fuck, bro? Like, let me just. Sometimes a man just wants to cut wood. It's so laggy. It's because okay, let's activate this. I want to get my 3-level boost. I just want to show you guys. This gives me the 3-level boost. So now I'm at 68 wood cutting, even though I'm actually 65. Because the special effect is what allows me to get this extra. It's kind of like the same as the pickaxe, except what's it called? You pretty much get like all those effects, yeah. Okay, so hitting T will terminate the loop. So this just breaks it. And then within this if statement, I have to go return false because I want it to keep running. So if, and then I'll go, this will break that loop. So in this loop, I want it to keep clicking. So I gotta go robot go. True. So this means that every time in the for loop, once I hit S as a start button, it's gonna keep going. Click, 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 click. So now it's gonna like simulate clicking, but now I want that delay that we talked about, time sleep, in our last video. So we're gonna have to add so we're gonna click first, then we're gonna time sleep. So that's kind of what we want to do next. Time sleep after that, and then we can log. And I want to log every part of the process so you guys can understand what I'm trying to do here. Simulated mouse click event. Then we'll go FMT so we'll say next click after 10 seconds. We have to use logging to kind of tell us what we expect. So that's why I like to use a lot of these print statements to just see at what point of my code, like certain features of logic are happening at. So right now my kill switch is like a soft kill switch. It doesn't actually stop the program. It simply, stops the loop within the program. So hitting S starts the loop. Right, we're fishing, and then hitting T stops the loop. But if I hit S again, it'll start the loop. Right, so that's all that happens. There's nothing crazy there. The kill switch here will be outside of this if statement, because like if I just want to stop the whole program and not have you do that again, then because that's equivalent to you hitting the close button on the program. I just want to end everything in that program. Right, but if I just want to start, stop, S and T basically simulate that. So this, I'll put return false, because I don't want to end the program. So return false nils. Why is it nil S? Isn't it just nil? Should be just nil. I think that's a typo. But then outside here, I'm going to put a kill switch to actually stop the script. So once I stop the script, you can't do anything anymore. You can't start, stop. It's not going to log the keys. So I'll put, so T terminates, and then I'll just put E for end, capital E. Okay, so I'm gonna say FMT and script. This will be returned true. Okay, so I anticipate this to work. What is wrong with the stop bool? What is wrong with my stop bool? Missing comma argument list. Return false, no, return true. So I can close this part. Stop bool. Let's see, stop bool. This is here. Keyboard script if. Yo, check out my Gengar mug. Now I have to debug this part. Oh, it's missing the argument at the end of the script. So otherwise you just keep returning true. So we just keep returning false, I mean. So return false because we don't want the program to end like this. So we have to satisfy the condition of this entire string bool. So it'll be stop, false, no. Like we did above. We did that here. Unrelated key press. So we could add that here as well. Because it's just a keyboard listener right now. Missing argument, stop bool. Why is it wrong? This should work. Let's see if there's a typo. Let's use ChatGPT. Let's see. Keyboard function, 10 seconds. Error mouse click. Oh shit, I'm already full of logs. One second, let me drop all these. I'm using shift click drop if you guys are wondering how I'm doing it so fast. There's a setting there and I have it in my guides. So just check out my guide for shift click drop for fast dropping. And then you can pretty much drop like quickly. This should be good. Let's try running it. I just want to see what the compiler is going to throw. Expected name bool. Function keys key. Ah, that's why. That's why. Within the keyboard listener, this is what's supposed to happen. I have this. Error. And this is a function within a function, that's why. So if you guys are confused, I'll show you in a sec what's going on. So that will go here. Technically, this is like a closure. So it's taking, this is technically the function within the function. See what I'm saying? Keyboard listen func. Then this is this should actually look like that. missing a comma before the end. What did I do above there? There we go. Then time.sleep, time compiler, time.second. I'm using time here. Oh, you just have to save, and then it'll pull in the package fmt time, and then robot go. I spelled that wrong, so robot go, robot go dot click. Oh, I spelled this wrong, so this doesn't pull in the package, because when you save, go automatically will pull the libraries, robot go here. Now this error will go away. So that will pretty much solve for all the issues I had. One second, let me just make sure I'm cutting still so I don't log out. I want to see what wood cutting I'm at. What wood cutting am I at right now? That's how we debug. We just run the script. So the thing with Go that's different from like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I just did the intro Go course like a week ago, right, on boot dev, and I'm just building this to get familiar with the language. Like apparently if you save and you're not using any of these packages the way they should be, it's just going to remove the package from the top, so it's going to throw an error. So you got to make sure like all your spelling and everything is correct, all your casing. So like right now if I change this, like look here, I have robot go up here. If I just misspelt this or miscase this, I lose that whole package. So I save, boom, it's gone. Because Go will automatically tidy that and then remove it. So that's kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's kind of good because now you could say, you can know for sure that there's going to be an error. You can't run your program if something's wrong. So it's going to underline it, robot go compiler. Then it triggers me to look at this. Okay, why is this not working? I go to what was working in the past. It was a capital C for robot go click. So we'll change that back. Save. That should now pull in my package. That should now eliminate my error. So now let's run the script. Let's see if it does what we want it to do. So right now what we expect it to do is I run the script by hitting S. So I run the script in general. So I hit go run main go. So go run main dot go. Expect that when I hit capital S, the loop starts. So it'll say hitting S triggers auto click. It'll go into my for loop, right? And now it'll simulate a click every 10 seconds. So it's going to say simulate a mouse click event for the first one. And then it'll say next click after 10 seconds. So it's going to sleep for 10 seconds, then the next click. Sleep for 10 seconds, next click. Sleep for 10 seconds, next click. Sleep for 10 seconds. And then when I have this if statement T, if I hit T, it'll trigger a termination of the loop, but it doesn't end the script. So that means I could come back and then hit S again, and then it'll go click 10 seconds, click 10 seconds. If I want to end the script completely, I have to go E. So that's what I expect to happen. So let's try that. And I added this just in case because I didn't want to have a program that will run an infinite loop. So I just added an extra kill switch there just in case I want to terminate the program. But we most likely won't have to. And then I put this outside saying that if I press any other key, it's not going to do anything. So this behavior will continue. Go run main go. Now it's waiting, it's listening. So let's say I hit J, unrelated key pressed. Let's say, let me log that too actually. Let me hit E. Script ended by pressing E. So we know the kill switch works. We didn't yet get into the loop yet, so I'm going to clear this. I want to show you guys exactly what we're doing. Let's take this. FNT print R, key string. So this will just tell us what key we're pressing that's in general. Unrelated key pressed. So if we press anything that's not what we're trying to do, it's going to show it to us. Actually, it's even probably going to show us anyways. But let's see. Oh, let me just add controls for that then, actually. Because I just want to be precise with this. I don't want to show keys unless it's in the event that I want. So I'm going to go if like being really clear about your logging actually saved you a bunch of time. So you may as well. Like I like to personally just log as many things as I can up front that I know will happen. There we go. That way if we press one of these keys, it doesn't double log, and that'll be annoying as fuck. Let's always save that. Okay, let's run it. So now everything should work the way it should. STE are my other ones. E is the kill switch, and then T is just stop and loop. So let's try this now. Go run main go. Okay, so now it's waiting. Let's say I press T. Unrelated key pressed. D. So this is lowercase, so I'm not doing anything. Let's say I press uppercase K. Unrelated key pressed. So now it's logging. Now I want to start my auto clicker. I just go into a random project where I could do this. Okay, so let's just run it. I just went to a random project. So now when I run this auto clicker, this should change every like few seconds. So let's go Control S. Start triggers the auto click event. I'm gonna leave my mouse. It's not working. Or is it? I don't know. Does it work on RuneScape? So after 10 seconds, simulate a click event. So it's running every 10 seconds, like it's supposed to, but it's not recognizing the click for some reason. Underwhelming. Okay, let's write Shift T. Oh, okay, so now it's not taking in my kill switch. What if I go E? Okay, hitting string T. We've come into the inevitable key string T for if robot go click, print line. Okay, so now it's just printing every 10 seconds. So this key thing isn't working. So we'll have to actually terminate the window. So this is causing some sort of error. Okay. So we need to figure out how to get around that. Control C in terminal to cancel it. Oh yeah, we could do that too. Shout out to Brent. Yo, shout out to Brent. Yeah, coming in clutch with the. Let's try that actually right now, because I don't want to redo it. Oh, one sec. Let's go to CD training. Okay, now I'll just auto clicker. Then we're gonna go. Yeah, go run main go. Okay, so go run main go, it's listing now. So now we just press all these other keys. It's doing what we want. Let's try the Control C method now just to show that works. Hitting S for start. So this should trigger a click every 10 seconds. Hey, nice. I'm just getting started with Golang. It's like, it's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, with the concurrency and stuff. I did that course on boot dev for it, and like now I'm trying to get familiar with it at the same time and like build stuff. So yeah, and I'm a freak with RuneScape, so it's like I gotta like train my account while I do this. So it's like in my last videos I would just post the training alone, and someone's like, this is boring as fuck, I don't want to watch people click on wood all day. So it's like, all right, cool, let's just combo it with like something useful, you know. So just like, that's what ended up like pushing me to do both at the same time. The only thing is like the stream setup kind of is it's weird, because like you want to like, I like coding on a Mac with like the tablet and shit, so I can draw stuff and show you guys, but then at the same time it's like it's not really good for games. It's like, so yeah, is what it is. So let's try Control C. It's not accepting it. So I think it's because this keyboard event is somehow getting overridden. Something in here is like overriding it. I don't know if the for loop's overriding it, because technically key string hitting T should. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You see that? Why is this like highlighted differently? Maybe that's some sort of clue. Or no, maybe that's just highlighting for whether it's in a function. The good thing is it's happening every 10 seconds. This is the weird thing as well. So I'm using a regular keyboard for this, for when I'm typing, because it's mechanical, but it's hooked up to my my MacBook. So I'm doing Command C on, or no, Control C on the actual MacBook, and it's not ending it. And then on the actual keyboard, it doesn't work either. So something's like probably, maybe, I'm pretty sure something here is overriding it. Like it's overriding its ability to listen to keys. Because right now, like if it could listen to keys, we should be able to even just type T. I like that's I think the part that I'm getting stuck with. So let's terminate it and then check with our best friend AI. See, this is where I do use AI. So I'm not opposed to using AI in general, but the thing with this is like I don't use AI to write my code for me. I just write it to either explain things or like just show me what could have gone wrong. Maybe like I'm missing something in the docs. But let's I don't want to commit this first because it's not working. And then imagine if someone downloads the committed code, they just get in a fucking like infinite for loop. So let's delete all that. So now this is our new logic. We're using FMT time. We're using keyboard keys, and Robotgo. Robotgo is the simulated click library. And then I'm basically saying like if it's not any of these hotkeys, unrelated, or maybe this is overriding it. Let's try that. I'm curious. I'm just curious. Sometimes it's just good to break shit, you know. Okay, so CD training, dknologist autocomputer, go. Because I'm curious that maybe because I'm hitting it, it's not going through. Okay, let's write E. Okay, so the kill switch works outside of this loop. So when this string is not running, the kill switch works. So this is the weird behavior that I'm kind of... Okay, so let's remove T and S from here. And I just want to see if the computer is like picking up the fact that we're even hitting it. Because right now I've set it to not log for those. So that means like I wouldn't have known if like the computer knows that I'm hitting this or not. So let's try this. Oh yeah, Brent, are you a senior, junior, like what kind of, or a hobby developer? Like what kind of like stage are you at in this journey? Like for me, like I was in electrical engineering for like 5 years. And then like quite recently I switched over to software development. Like I don't know, what was it like for you guys? I'm always here. What terminal? How do you tell? How do you tell? You guys are way more advanced than me. Like, this is just, I'm using a MacBook Air. I don't know. Do you need to check inside the key press in the infinite loop? So it is. But I don't know if this is getting bypassed somehow. Or if I have to add another listener, I guess. Check for the key press to stop the infinite loop. Yeah, this has a break statement in here. I don't know if that's good enough. This technically should stop it. Like what I'm trying to do is stop the loop and then be in a position where I could start it again with S. That's why I'm like kind of confused as to why this isn't working, because like this should break the loop and then I should be able to hit S and start it again, because that would be what I wanted to do. And then E is the kill switch to just close the program, like simulating the close button. Let's try it again. I just want to see if we're picking up those keys. This is actually awesome. This is like a live coding session. Yeah, it's like so hard to find like people that actually want to do the same stuff at the same time, like code and stuff and all that. and like actually get people in a session. So that's why I just started doing lives, because it's like whoever shows up, and then they got to loop with the if statement. Okay, wait one sec. Let me try this. T. Unrelated key pressed. Okay. So right now it's recognizing this as an unrelated key. Why would that happen? So that's kind of odd. So what about? It's still going. So, okay, T unrelated, that actually makes sense now because it's within that key string press. So let me try let me try running it now. So if I hit S for start, simulates auto click event, T. See, now it's getting bypassed. So now this whole thing somehow getting bypassed. And this is not getting recognized either. So that is, this is the very just break out of the if statement maybe. That's also possible. That could actually be possible as well. Let's see. The only thing is, how would I trigger a break though? If it doesn't, technically it should break out of the for loop. But yeah, let's use AI for this. Honestly, like it might be something we all missed. Let's try this new GPT-5 model, whatever the fuck. Okay, so basically I am running, actually we don't even need to tell it. So running go script, and then when I hit T, it's not getting recognized. How keyboard listen works. It only sends the currently pressed key to the callback. Okay. And your for loop blocks it from detecting any new. Okay, so it's a blocker. Okay, that's good. You press the S and it calls callback runs. You enter an infinite loop and never return to keyboard listen. Oh. So he would you have to run another keyboard listen? Or go funk? Never triggers the callback again, so it's never seen. You need a shared flag or a go routine so the listener. Oh yeah, this is where we can use concurrency. This is actually awesome. Okay, this is like, okay. Sample fix, go funk. Oh, so basically what's happening is we have to run the script. Keyboard listen only listens for the S, but we can run a simultaneous kill switch on the side. Basically saying go funk for if running. Left true simulate mouse click, sleep 10 seconds, and then else. These are the switch cases. I don't want to do this though. I don't like this switch case thing, but like, I guess I could do that though. So if running equals false. Where's the keyboard listen? Okay, so keyboard listen. This just listens for the switch, for the actual key press. Okay, so this is what it means by separate go routine. So the way Go works with this, and this is what I kind of just learned as well with like the main go routine. I never realized for the longest time that main is also its own go routine. Technically, you have two go routines. The actual main function running, which is your go routine, and then the go keyword that you use is a subroutine. So basically, like, let me share this. So this is our current script behavior. When this is like the bare bones script behavior. Keyboard listener activates, triggers a click. This is when we were just trying to get the each piece to work on its own. Like I want a keyboard listener to work. I want a stop script behavior. I want a run program. I want script end. Right? And then the next part is I'm trying to gradually shift over to this. So it's like hitting enter should stop. Let's change enter to start. And then hitting T and this is like the whole project plan. I'll post this as in the end as a PDF, but let me go to like 10%. This is like the whole project plan. These are the different parts in the last streams that we did. And then this is where we're at right now. This is like the current portion of the script that we're at. Because we're gonna have to make an interface for it. So basically what happens is, one sec, let me just reactivate my character to click this shit. I usually do 2 hours at a time for these streams, and then just take a break and come back. But like, yeah, this, I'm probably gonna be spending a bunch of time on this this weekend, and possibly throughout the week, because like I'm just trying to get the auto clicker done because I want to get that interface set up mainly. And then yeah, this is like one of my live struggle projects where I just build this and struggle with Golang live. So let's go back to sharing. So basically we'll have a main.go. So this is the main Go routine. And then this subroutine. So basically our main Go routine was the keyboard listener. So that blocks everything else kind of, because like we've used this function to kind of do that, and there's nothing listening to it on the side. So we have to actually have a subroutine that kills like the that kills the program. So we need this. We were missing that, I think. So let's put so we need a subroutine in parallel to end the program. That's where we're at. So that's where we're at here. Actually, this is messy as fuck. And this is the main. So this, when we look at this, we kind of can trace what's going on with this part. This goes here, the subroutine to end this, and this is the main. So this is how I abstract all this jargon, you know, and I try to make sense of it. And I kind of did that here too. Like this kind of models, this whole thing models like what I was trying to do here. So now let's just use our helper on AI to figure that out. Yeah, it's like there's so much going on with these languages. Like the only way to kind of offload it from my brain and just focus on what I need to do is just draw it out sometimes or put it on a project plan or something. Okay, so this is my first time actually writing a concurrent script from scratch with Golang. And I did do a study sesh in the past to show concurrency, like how, like, it's simulated multi-threading with Golang. Like in C++ and C, like you actually run the multi-threading, like to the OS. With Go, you run your Go routine, and the Go routine runs that that thread via OS. So it's like a version of multi-threading, but not technically multi-thread. It's like semantics though, like for the most part. Like the layman wouldn't give a fuck. Okay, so let's modify this. See what they got going on. Okay, so the switch case for this, running equals true. Oh, and this subroutine is listening for running. Running equals false. Oh, and then they pull context for running up above here. Okay. I guess. Keyboard listen. And it's just using that as its own thing. And then what about here? Oh, okay, so they pull the whole loop out here, basically. So it's kind of like perpetually listening. I don't like that the for loop in this is like running all the time. Because when it's not running, it's in sleep mode. But what would terminate the script, I guess? E exits the script. Oh, because this actually does the return here in the main Go routine. Oh, and look at this behavior. It's got a function call at the end here. I'm kind of curious about this. But let's try it like just doing it without that, because I don't like the way it's structured here. I don't mind the switch case going true. Like for example, I could pull out so I'm going to move the tablet. Running equals false. Oh, it's in the keyboard listen. Fucking wild. It's not used anywhere. Yeah, declared and not used. Okay, cool. Go is very, very lightweight in the sense that like everything that's not needed is kind of an issue with it, which is kind of good and bad. Because like we also have to make sure that we're using it. Okay, let's look up the docs on Go routines. So let's just func my Go routine and then print time it in 1 second. You see how it does that here, but where's the Go? Oh, go, my Go routine. Okay, but that does it outside the main, and it calls it within main. We're trying to just do it all within the main script. Well, we don't have to technically, because the Go routine will just do that. Oh, and maybe that's why this did that here, because it's both defining the function and running it at the same time. Like imagine if I extrapolate this, it would look the same as that. So I'm just curious how that would look. Auto clicker, exactly. You see, it's literally exactly the same. This is what I'm trying to. This is what I was trying to aim for. This is what's going on in the doc thing here. Like this kind of makes sense to me now. Because like the other one is like, okay, it's the same thing. It's just like, why would you want to define it in the main though? I think it's because it's doing everything in the main that it had that syntax. I see like we're not necessarily vibe coding because I'm not saying computer please do this. Like I'm trying to like mimic the behavior of what I want to do. And then if I see an error, then I like will try to steer my misconceptions with AI, not necessarily get AI to do it for me. Okay, so we have a running false, but we don't even need that, I think, anymore. Unless we pass that in as a value. And then depending on what value in my main, then I'll call it. So it'll be 4. That's going to be an infinite for loop. And then I could take my print statements. I basically take this whole thing. But I can extract just the guts of it. So this is basically all the logic from here without the T, and then I can use my main Go routine as the controls. So my main Go routine is running in main, and then auto clicker will be the sub Go routine. So that'll be Go. That's actually cool. My first project. I wasn't anticipating using concurrency, but I guess I am. That's fucking awesome. Maybe it's because of the nature of Go. I don't know if it'd be the same if I wrote it in Python. But it is what it is. These are the packages we have available, and yeah. Okay, so for, and I pretty much go if. What do we have here? If running, else. But how's it getting this? Oh, it's having running outside the main context. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like globals like that. Pass running through the main. Okay, so now we go pointer to this. See, this makes sense to me. Now we go pointer to the memory address. That way we have it enclosed within the actual program. And that way it's referencing the same position, so the same running value from here. So that's essentially the same as doing global, but it's not necessarily a global. It's scoped to the main function. And then we just access it with a pointer. This is where like pointers come in handy. That's actually like insane that it could do that like off the fly. So I'm gonna keep this running false here. Then I'm gonna go auto clicker, and this will take a pointer value. And then pointer to running. Okay, so let's go back to the docs. Just want us to remember how we do this. Num int. Okay. In this case, it's a bool, but I want to point to and then this would be pointer to bool. Okay. Pass to running. This will take a pointer. How do we pass to running? Yeah, running equals bool. And then running equals false and running. Yeah, we give it the address of running. So we need to give it the address. So this will take a pointer to bool. And that's the address running. So that's how we know that it needs to reference the same address as this variable. This takes a pointer to bool, and then this. Undefined string. What did I pass this in? I don't know how to do this syntax. var num int. Yeah, update value, my number. So dereference pointer inside num int. So it's gonna be running bool. Running is the pointer to bool. Update value. And then this will be value of the pointer. Yeah, value of the dereference pointer going to here. So we have to give it the memory address of running. We pass this pointer to our auto clicker function. So this is taking in a pointer. And then in order to get the value from that address, we have to dereference it here. And then it'll take running. So if running is true, run this script. So robot click left true. Simulate mouse click event. Wait 10 seconds after 10 seconds. And then if, so then else. What happens if this stays false? So if it's false, I guess sleep for a second. Yeah. Sleep for a second. We'll go back to time sleep. I'm gonna get better at these as I go too. Like, drop in the comments how long you guys have been developers for. Like, I'm really curious. Like, it's a good community that we're gonna start building. Maybe I should make a Discord for this. Yeah, I think it'll be cool. Like, the Knologist will have a Discord, but I don't know what I want to call it first, and then if I should make a link for it, whatever. But yeah. I'm now curious. I'm thinking. Okay, so now we got if else. Then I'm just gonna go time sleep. So go auto clicker running. And then I want to extract all this. So now we're using our keys as triggers. So when I hit T, running is going to equal true. Oh, and it's because this auto clicker is a subroutine running, what's going to happen is that I don't necessarily have to call this function. This function is now running as its own standalone process. I think that's why the for loop stays running here. This keeps running on its own on the side, and let's put that here for a second. Now the rest of this program is running, and it's listening for keys. So when I hit this, I'm actually changing the memory address that this has here. That's why every time the for loop runs, what's it called? It'll go through this and then just be like, okay, have I, like, what's the state of running? What's the state of running? And that's what it's doing here. If running is true. And if that changes, that's why I changed this to every, actually, that's why they probably did milliseconds. So if I do time, time library, milliseconds. So yeah, let's decrease the time that we scan for a state change in this variable. So we'll go 10 milliseconds. Milliseconds. Yeah, function time. Running. Time duration. Where is the one that I want? I'm pretty sure this is the right way to spell it. But we fucking, what do they have here? Time millisecond. Yeah, 100 milliseconds is a second. But do we want to wait a second every time we do that? We could. If it seems like 10 milliseconds would be a faster way to check. Because it's going to wait for 10 seconds. That's my thing. Let's start it at 100. That makes sense. So now I don't think we need this anymore. Let's keep the docs here. So now we can take out all this logic. So hitting key S triggers auto click. And this is why they use switch cases, because now we have these values. Key string, unrelated key pressed. And then I could do unrelated key pressed for the other. This should terminate the script. This should be false. This is true for E. Why do I have two key? Oh, when it's not E. Well, I want to have this just because. Oh, and then I have to have a case for T. For T, which is just gonna make, it's gonna change the state of the pointer. Actually, no, it does kind of make sense to do switch cases too, but I just want to do it with ifs, just because I already have it this way and I don't want to redo it. Okay, so now I have this, then I'm going to go stop auto click. Say hitting this starts. So now we have a terminate, we have a start, and then is that how it's supposed to be? Yeah, okay, so it has to be that way. I can clean it up later with switch cases, but I'm not gonna do that right now. It's not the crux of the issue here. Then I could just go else. I'm curious. What do I want to do with this? The main function needs to terminate. I don't have anything here to do that. Actually, I should leave that there. Okay. I'm wondering if I should just pull that out. I don't know if I should pull that out and have a return false in main. Hitting E should return ending the script. So let's try it. Let's just fuck around and break it, you know? Oh, look, it looks like that actually needs to be there then. Okay, in that case, we're good. These return from the script anyways. This does what I needed to do. And then this subroutine will do what I needed to do by passing in a pointer and then changing. Okay, so that's where this comes in. Okay, so T, I gotta add running equals start would make running equals true. Running equals true, and this global variable is passed, the state of this. So now we have this, running equals true, running equals false. This actually terminates the script with the return statement. And any other key pressed will result in a key return false. Well, technically I could put this in this, but that's fine. I'm gonna leave that for now. Let's try running it. I'm curious now. This is the moment of truth. Okay, it's running. It's not doing anything, but it's running. So now if I hit S, auto click starts. Does it click? "10 seconds has to go by." Okay. Now let's try T. Nice, terminates mouse click. Okay. Let's say if I want to start S again. Starts the auto click. Okay. Simulated mouse click event. 10 seconds. Okay, let's go T. Okay, now it's doing what we want. Now T terminates. Next click after 10, T. And then I want to go E. Unrelated key pressed. Okay. E ends the script. Okay, so now this is technically what we want. Let's commit here because it's doing what we want in terms of behavior of how these keys should be pressed. Now I want to check the functionality on an actual sandbox with the toggle button. So first let's actually commit. So we'll go git branch update, and then hold on one sec, let me stay active on here. I also had to lower the temperature of the room so that way It keeps my laptop as cold as possible. Even though I'm fucking freezing. It's like, what is it in Toronto? I'm in Toronto right now, Toronto, Canada. It's 25 outside, so it's about 23 here inside, 23ish. I just like slightly cooled it because like the cooler it is, the better for the computer. Because right now this bad boy is it's not even that bad, but like you guys get what I mean. Okay. So updates, add controls. With go routines. So that's it, and then git push origin. Make sure you push to the branch. So button press click event. And then once basically we're done this, then we can merge the branch. But we're not going to do that yet until we confirm the click is working as it should. In the last video, when I did do the click with an enter key press, it worked. So what we're gonna do next is try. So this is our functionality. This is the core functionality of what we expect. This is now gonna be changed to a dynamic value. This is gonna be changed to dynamic. This is gonna be changed to. This is gonna be mapped to a close button in the GUI. But first, I want to test. So I'm going to change this down to 5 seconds or 3 seconds. So that way we get a bit more frequency in the simulated click with Robot Go. And then I'm going to go toggle on and off. Let's see what this is. This is a good place to test the script. So this is me physically clicking. I don't like this. We need another one. Let's try button change color. So I'll tell you guys a funny story since you guys are on live. How many we got? 2 viewers live. So basically I did an interview where you had to create a button, and basically whenever you click the button it should do some like rainbow background thing. And like basically what I did was I just found a library that had the built-in thing like already there, so I was able to do the challenge in like 30 seconds because I found a library online and then did it. And then basically the owner, like the CTO fucking went through my my submission process. So he went to my code that I submitted, and then he basically did a 15-minute like roast sesh about how like the whole purpose of the program is so that you could do it from scratch and all this shit. I'm like, bro, like in real life you just use a fucking library. But like he sent me a Loom video like detailing everything I could have done, and like it was just wild. It was funny. Like my response to that, he obviously rejected me from that role, but like my response to that was like whatever. Like at the new place I'm at, like it was kind of the opposite. It was like, okay, they gave me a coding challenge, and it's like I just want you to solve the challenge. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I solved the challenge, and like they were actually fair with the process. They're like, okay, this guy, we gave him an instruction and he executed. How he does that is like up to him, right? But like some of these other companies will just be like really nitpicky about the interview process. I don't like this either. Yeah, see, it's not toggling though. I need to like toggle nonstop. If you guys know a link that I could try That like anytime I click it, it should have a behavior change. Let's see. X toggle button. Let's try that. It's like I want to actually see like if I run the loop for a long enough time, like how often it's going to do what I want. I could technically do it on RuneScape, but I don't want to get flagged for like botting and like other shit. You know how Jagex is. This is blank. I don't know why. There's nothing there. Change button color. Okay, come on, come on. This has to work. Come on, I just want to test my script. Okay, click here. It's only a one fucking thing. Okay, it's got a toggle. Switch color. Come on, please. Please. Yes, okay. So this, blue, red, blue. So this is me physically clicking it. Now I want to run my script. Okay, unrelated key. So unrelated keys. Say S. Simulated auto click. Okay, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It was working a while back. I don't know why it's not now. Maybe I have to actually hover it. So not quite. Something's not happening that's supposed to happen. It's not recognizing the click for some reason. Okay, so now we have to debug why this click isn't working. Robot click, robot go click, left true. I don't know if it's on release. Maybe that's why. Let's figure that part out. Wait 1 second, let me just reset. Once I do that, then I can merge that branch to main. Because that will be good. That has what I'm trying to, that has like what I'm trying to look for. This is our script here. We have robot go. So now like I've pinpointed, we know the keys work. So this is all fine and dandy. Let's just move this in. Yeah, it doesn't like that for some reason. So we'll just leave this. We'll satisfy whatever this is. S starts the auto click, T terminates, E. Then I want to go S running, robo click true, robot go click. So let's check on Google. Trying to figure out why this click isn't working. Robot go. Control the mouse keyboard process window handle bitmap. Package requirements. Oh, let's try this. This like checks all the packages. Let's try running it again. So running go mod tidy. Synchronize go modules with the actual dependencies. So I explicitly ran the command on this, so now maybe that might have an effect. That could be the explanation, because in my last live stream, I was able to hit enter and it was changing the color before. So I'm wondering why it's not doing it now. Come on. Why isn't this working? Maybe it's the platform I'm on? Oh, I have to start it. Fuck. Okay. That was dumb of me. I have to actually run the command. So the script is running, but I have to tell it to start. What am I doing? Okay, start the auto click. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hover over it. Come on. Fuck, why is it not working? Worst case, I could find another. T terminates the auto click. That's strange. Unless that actual go robo click has to be its own go routine as well. Okay. Because that's also a function. But that would have to go based on. I don't know if that's true. Let's end the script for now. Let's check the docs. Looks like they started updating this shit. They didn't have this here last time I was here. Click left true is what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to figure out why this isn't being recognized. But there's no way to know that it's actually clicking. There's no like visual. Now that we have the logic set up, it doesn't matter what library we use, we could try a different one. And then just use that. Let's go back to our notes. I have other libraries listed here that we could check and compare against the... Fuck yeah, 66 wood cutting. Let's go. So I'm going to show you guys These are the libraries. We started with this. This turned into a project plan. Now we've pretty much, once we get this, this is the project plan. And then pretty much, that turned into this stuff. This turned into this. Phase 2 is going to be creating the GUI, but we're not doing that yet. Now we have to look for Go mouse documentation. Function creates a new mouse. Mouse info, state settings, button up, down. We need this. Mouse package. Create an interface to trigger mouse. We'll need this. Right now there's mobile event key package. Key press for startup requires this. So that could be another one. We ended up using Robot Go. This was the this is my test. So the last live stream I did this, where it's like there's atomicgo.dev for keyboard. I could use that for enter, and that's what we did use. Then Robot Go for click, and then mouse success. That was from the last stream. So this is like our process diagram. Not registering the click. So we can look at different packages. Right now it looks like Golang org mobile event could be the other one. This is another library that we could use. But that's just where we're at right now. So let's see. That's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at. So it's like, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like, am I missing something with this? There shouldn't be. It's pretty much exactly the same code as last time. If I go to my last commit where things were working, so let's go to the actual repo. It's my GitHub. If you guys are looking at this gap and being like, yo, why didn't you code all there? There's like, I was doing another project with another company, and then when I finished with them, like all these things disappeared. So there's like a few hundreds of these. There's about 900 commits, but this is like when I was helping them. Check out my trainer red. I use that as my thing. Whatever the fuck. So let's go to main click button press. Let's look at the last code that worked. 6 commits ahead of main. Keystroke press. Simulated mouse click. This is the one that we did 2 days ago. And basically, forget all this shit. It's all bullshit. This is all bullshit. Okay, I basically hit enter, and Robot Go click would actually change the color of the toggle on screen. So I'm really curious as to why. Maybe it is Code Sandbox. Let's go to W3 schools. Okay, so let's try my script here. I want to see if it's just the interface problem or like if I have to dig deeper and use another library. Because I have to get this working either way. So I want to hook it up to my GUI. It's not working. It's not recognizing it for some reason. Maybe we can ChatGPT that part. When I used it, it was able to simulate for button toggle feature. One click. Currently, let's put the script here. Same library. Functions used. Okay, let's try that. Failing because Atomic Go keyboard doesn't return the way you expect. It depends on the exact representation. It's safer to check key S, key T. The original worked because enter was a direct enum match. Oh, okay. And because I had enter here last time, direct enum match, but your new is switched to S, which is case format dependent. Here's a minimal fix. Keys T, keys E. I tried this before and it didn't work. So let's try it now. Let's try it now. You see it's already underlined red. Undefined type. I could try what's in their documentation for keys. Because they should have a map for robot go click. Key, constants, key A, key S. How do you do cap? Cap A, cap C, cap S. So that's going to be what I want to use. So it's going to be key. And how do I map it? For example, keys cap A, keys cap B, and then it'll be key S. So I'm going to go key cap A. So key cap S. Shout out to the docs. Why doesn't that work? Cap S. Because enter was a direct enum. Let's just put this in here. Keystring STE. Safest is to do lowercase. Work reliably with direct. Listen to thing. I only want to uppercase the trigger, but it makes sense that it's just looking for keystring STE. Because how would the program know? It's the same button, but it's not enummed. Like it could have two enums for that same value. So that makes sense. I could do that. Let's try that. Let's just try STE lowercase. That makes sense with the enum, because enter is its own direct enum, but S could be capital S or lower s. So you're not actually like using the exact, like it's still referencing the same for both keys, the same key stroke for both key values. So that makes sense. Let's try again then. Moment of truth. All right, guys, wish me luck. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why isn't it working? Unrelated key pressed, E ends it. Like this is me manually clicking, so I don't know what else would change it. It was working on. What if I double click? What if I double click? Maybe I have to double click to do this. If that works, then maybe. I'm curious. I'm just curious now. Like it's all up to just experimentation at this point. If I can get this click, we'll call it for this stream. And then we'll work on the next portions after. We're debugging live. This is real programming. This is not this fucking tutorial hell shit where they show you the happy path and everything just works and we're all in fucking la la land. This is like how it actually ends up. Like something small as fuck, it like holds your whole process back, and you have to like debug it. Even with AI, it's not working, right? So this is like reality as to why people are like AI is gonna replace junior devs. Look at something like this. We can't even get to that with AI. We have to like steer it ourselves and ask it the right questions possibly, and sometimes even just solve it ourselves and then just use AI to clean things up. So 3 seconds after 3, how else would I approach this? I would go, yeah, I right now added a double click feature. So every time it runs, it double clicks. Simulated double. I want to tell myself what I'm doing. Let's try again. Double click. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh wait, I have to hit S. Come on. Come on. Why isn't that working? What if I hover over it? Double click's not working. Does it work in RuneScape? Hover over the tree. No, it doesn't. Something's blocking it. Something's blocking it, and I need to find out what. So now I'll go T for terminate, E for end. What if I use explicits? So let's say I use enter. It was working when I used enter before. And well, the thing is, when I was using enter on that click, even though it's enummed, like it shouldn't matter if it's enummed because the click is still running. So that's the conundrum we're in. So it's like, okay, I trigger S. This should click twice with robo click. If I go on tidy. I just want to try one more time. I'm still holding the hope in my heart that it'll run. Go run and go. S. It's gotta. T terminates E ends. So this has to, we need to get around this. It's not doing what we need it to do. Key to find A. There's got to be a way around this. So my other way around this could be, I want to listen to the fucking logs being cut so I can like think about how to get around this. I don't want to just cheap out and then use another library. I want to see like if I can make this current one work and exhaust all my options. The time sleep is working because we're waiting 3 seconds. Simulate mouse click event needs to work too. Intelligent logging. Milliseconds. Could this be it? Could this be overriding what I want to do here? If running else. What if I get rid of this time sleep? Maybe this is... No, but that shouldn't do anything. That shouldn't do anything. What's this called? Robot go click. Experiment with sleep durations. That's what we are doing now. Oh, I know why. I know why it's not working. System settings terminal. System settings terminal. This is the reason why it's not working. I fucking figured it out. Okay. This is why it's not working. I'm a fucking genius. I'm a fucking genius. Okay, where is system settings? Where's this? System settings. We have to go to permissions and then terminal. Come on, where is it? 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 Okay. Let's go. So the code is correct. Where's the permissions? Permissions. Terminal. One sec. Let's go to my system settings terminal. Permissions. General access, login, sharing, device management, accessibility, hover over. I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. Privacy, security, full access. Okay, let's go privacy, security. Touch ID, lock screen, user groups. Well, you know what I could do? I could just pull up my last stream and then just fucking siphon that off there. But wait, let's see. General, software update above, sharing, type, device management, autofill. There should be something for permissions. Keyboard, mouse, trackpad. Okay, so let's see this. Keyboard, mouse. Is there one for apps? Accessibility. Portugal switch, shortcut, keyboard motor, voice control, switch control, zoom, voiceover, hearing speech. No, it's not these. Security? No. Let's check this shit. 1 second. Let me drop all this. So ChatGPT again. System preferences, privacy and security. Okay. Accessibility. Yeah, so it is accessibility. Okay, let's go there. There we go. Okay, fuck yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We're gonna fucking make this work. Hit terminal in accessibility and privacy security. Okay. Get this done. All right, all right, all right. 1 sec. Let's, okay. Let's find this. 1 sec. Let's drop all this shit. Start this, start this. Okay. Okay. Moment of truth, moment of truth. Okay, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit run. I'm gonna hit S for start. Come on. Yes! 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 Look, my hands are up. My hands are fucking up. Yes! It was a system setting. It was a system setting. So this now does it automatically. It does what I want it to do. And then I want to terminate the script now. Let's go. Let's go T for now. Let's go T for now. Terminates the auto click. Let's try it on RuneScape. Let's try it on RuneScape. Ready? I'm gonna hit T. I'm gonna hit S again. Maybe I have to hover over it. Okay, so now I'm gonna hover over this. I'm gonna hover over this. That's fucking wild. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's fucking working. Look at this shit. I'm running in a circle. That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let's hit T. That is wild. Let's go. And then let's go E for end. End the script. Whew. Yes, okay. So everything is correct on here. I just want to go get status. Make sure nothing's changed. Modify main go. So basically it all comes down to your permissions. So if this isn't on, your accessibility, then you won't be able to take input from terminal. So I'm gonna turn this off for now because I don't want to accidentally do some shit I don't plan on doing. And then I'm curious though. Like I could do this with capital letters too now. Because that would just be a safety on myself in case. But it doesn't matter because the underlying principle is I just want to trigger the click and then trigger the stopping of that click. So if I've done that, like that's pretty much what we need to do. So if we go to our project plan, let's go back to the tablet and then simulate that. One sec, let me clear this. And let's just update what we have in Go. Git commit M. Let's call it updates. Mouse click behaviors. Auto click is working. You see, guys, like it's always this small little thing that'll hold your scripts back and all that. This is reality. This right here is reality. When you're actually on the job fucking and you're stuck and you're ripping your hair out, it's this small little thing that's like holding you up, but like all your code could even be correct, right? At times it could be just a setting auxiliary to your code. That's reality here. So like instead of like, this is how you get out of tutorial hell. Like you actually do real projects like this and actually experience what it's like to code live. And then yeah, this basic portion is, you could say this is done for auto clicker, but we're gonna take it further. I want to make a full like GUI for it. I want to make dynamic input. So I want to select the keys that like dynamically from a GUI. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to actually take in inputs and then make those my start stop keys and my terminate. And yeah, I want to map that also to mouse click and all that. I also want to do a text box input for timers. So then we can start designing that in the next stream. But like for now, let's go git commit origin. Wait, let's go git branch. I forgot the branch name. Git commit origin. Then you just copy paste this and then put this guy in here. So that's done. So now we know it works. We know it works at least. And then, okay, so we've now committed the code. So now let's actually merge the branch. I'll show you guys how to do that. Let's go back to Git. So now we're gonna do a PR for ourselves. So this branch name, so I go by the branch name. Whatever the branch name is what I'm trying to accomplish. So git branch, button press click event. So all I want to do is button press click event occurs on repeat, and that's what we've now accomplished. The next step to all this is, one sec. Button press click event. Let's go to the repo and I'll show you guys how to merge a branch. A lot of you guys already know this shit, but like personally for me, like it's good to go over it just in case someone doesn't know, and then like they can learn too, right? Like that way everyone gets a chance to like see what's going on. Like how do you do a PR? So let's say these are all my commits to my branch, right? And then technically this would be the code reviewer going through all this shit. He's gonna be sipping a coffee or whatever the fuck. And he's like, hello, Kane. We want to review your code. So it's like, okay, we're sitting beside each other. We're going through line by line. He looks at this. Okay, S is for this. S is for this. Perfect. Then we want to go to our most recent program of Go routines. I think this is behind. This is August 10th, start, stop, and go routines. It's slightly behind, I think, right now. Where is it at? Oh, because I did git commit origin event. That's wrong. So once I do, let's git push origin. I have to push this code up here. That should now appear in my new event on August 10th. So now we go here. Now we see code behavior not working. So now we go to code review. We want to review the code. These are the new ones. We use lowercase letters because it's not enummed. So, which is not a big deal. It's doing everything we wanted to do. So now we're ready to commit this. So let's add our commit description. Set keys for start, auto click, set keys. You don't have to be this specific. I'm just doing it for you guys. This for auto click stop, and then E for end script. So once we're done the script, we want to E, so that's done. And then what do we do? Created go routine for running auto click concurrent to main program. So we created the go routine for this. An event listener in main program. Create go routine for running auto click in main program. And then we'll put a note here, takes in set keys from main go routine via pointer. And that's it. Then it runs the auto click, stops, and does what we need. So let's create the PR. And now we want to merge. So wants to merge commits into main from button plus press click event. So merge. And then I'm going to confirm the merge. So merge successfully. It says delete branch here. I'm going to leave that. I like to leave all my branches so I can come back to it, but I can delete it on my machine, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So now if we go to main, this is merged. The status is now a thing. Let's go back to our main code base. So we go to auto clicker. Now we go to main.go. Main.go now has all this stuff, all the main stuff. So now I can go git switch. So let's go git branch. And then I can go git switch main. So now that I do this, I'm switching to main on my actual code base here. So this is main right now. I want you guys to take a look at this. And then what I'm going to do is git pull into main. So now I'm going from main from GitHub. I'm going to pull in, git pull. So if we go git branch, see how this is highlighted, and then I switch to main. If I go git branch again, it's going to show that I switched to this other event. So basically that's what's happening there. Now I want to pull the changes in from GitHub. So git pull. So I'm going to get all my merge changes. You see how it just populates? This has everything from here on GitHub. So now I've pretty much pulled in everything. So now I can clear it. And then what I can do next is I can delete the other branch. So git branch shows all the branches, git branch D, and then just copy paste the branch name. Paste it. Now that's deleted, clear. It just deletes it on your local machine. It's still gonna be here on GitHub. I just do this to organize for myself and then create a new branch. Now if I run git branch again, there's just the main branch. The main branch contains all the changes. Now if I want to create a new change, I can create a new branch and then start from here. So I'm gonna go git checkout. We could do GUI. We could do GUI. Because now I could do map it to whatever I want. But first I want to make the script dynamic. So I'm going to call this git checkout B. So I'm creating a new branch. And then it's going to be make script dynamic. Or you can go git switch branch. And if it doesn't exist, you create the branch. Let's try git switch. Actually, no, let's just do this for argument's sake because I don't want to confuse people. So make branch dynamic and then input. So git checkout B, make branch dynamic input. So make auto clicker. You guys are like, what's branch? Hit enter, switch to a new branch. Now if we run git branch again, we're on the new branch. So now this new branch basically has everything from main. It's a copy of main, and all the changes now we have just get put on here, and then we have to do the process again. So now if we go to GitHub, and then I run test, or if I just add a space here, or add exclamation, I can add this and then add a run to it. So I clear this, git branch, so I can see the name, git add dot git commit update new branch created, git push origin cool. This is done, clear. Then we go to here, refresh the screen. Let's just go back to the main project. Then we just hit the drop down. Wait, there's that. Hit the drop down. We can now see the new branch. And then this new branch, we can go directly to it. We could even compare and pull request. It shows us the changes. All we did was add this exclamation. So I guess we'll end off here. If you guys like this, please remember to like the video, comment below, comment with your suggestions, feedback. I'm going to keep doing these until I build this auto clicker out. Next video, we can actually try and make it more dynamic. So take in custom inputs from the thing for our auto clicker. Then we want to add custom time from an input. So all these will take in values. So that's how we make it dynamic. You get to set them on the fly. So yeah, we'll do that next live stream. We'll try to attempt at that. If you like this, yeah, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below. Please hit the like button. It really helps with pushing this in the algorithm. If you like this kind of content where we build stuff live. And yeah, see you guys soon. Peace.